Hello and welcome to eBankBooks online tutorials. This is the first of 4 tutorials that will help you to set up your new eBankBooks account. In this tutorial we will talk about Settings menu. Now Settings menu in eBankBooks contains information about your expense and sales budget categories, item categories, your VAT or GST settings and company details, as well as budget allocations and import. But for our purposes, we won't need all of them. So first of all, we'll go to company details and enter information about your company. Now, information in this form will appear in your invoices, so it's important to enter it correctly. In the name field, you need to enter your full company name. In business number, you need to enter the business number as it's required by your country's taxation law. So if in Australia it's Australian business number or ABN. And on the right hand side we put abbreviation for ABN. In contact area we will put the name of the contact person and that person's contact email address. Then we might like to enter address for our company. And so on and so forth. Then you might like to enter zip code, phone and fax numbers. And whenever you enter information, please remember to click green tick button to save. Now that we saved this information, we might also like to add our company logo by clicking on Select Picture and uploading a file from our computer. Now the file that you upload should be of a PNG or JPEG type and 130 by 130 pixels size, so that it fits properly on the page and doesn't get distorted. So we say Save Pic, and if the file is rather large, it might take a little while to upload. So just to make sure that it has uploaded, we can click the refresh button at the top of our browser, and we'll see our new logo has appeared at the top left corner of our welcome screen. So if now we go back to Settings and Company Details, we should also see this logo at the bottom of our screen. And so it is. So this concludes the first part of Settings menu. Now we may now like to tick a checkbox in GST settings to make sure that our invoices include GST or VAT tax. So we click Registered for GST, and we need to specify the default percent. For Australia it's 10%. For your country you have to enter the appropriate figure. And please click the green tick button to save. Then we go back to Settings and we might like to look at our expense, sales and item categories. Let's look at expense budget categories first. Now, expense budget categories are the broad areas of expenditure in your business. We have entered a few for you, and here you see business administration, employment expenses, external consultants, operational expenses, and sometimes you may leave it blank. So here, if you need to change categories or add categories, this is what you do. To change category's name, you click on the down arrow, which opens the form, and you simply change the name. Say if we just say consultants here instead of external consultants, and click the save button, there's our category appeared here, modified. Now in order to enter a new category, all we need to do is click the blue plus button and enter a name here. Say maybe we will put contractors as our expense budget category, and click green tick. And here's our contractors appeared in a list. Now the same has to happen for sales budget categories. Let's have a look what we have here. We only have consulting income, interest earned, and sales. Now depending on your business, you will need to add different categories. So you follow the same approach. You click on the down arrow to modify a category, or you click on the blue plus button in order to add a new one. The next item to look at is item categories. So here we have a few more categories that were entered for us. We have them in every new database. Again, you need to go through the list and see what applies to you and what needs changing or deleting. For example, maybe you don't have any water on your premises. You want to delete this category. What you need to do is just open it and tick deleted button and then click save. And so now this category will disappear from the list. If you want to show deleted categories and review them again, you just need to click show deleted button and all of those categories will be shown. Next thing on the list is budget allocations. Now budget allocations is a form that allows you to budget for the year ahead. As you can see, you have all of your budget categories listed for expenses and sales, and you can estimate the expenditure or expected income for the year for that category. You can enter it here. For example, if you know your employment expenses, you tick on the edit button. So I pay $10,000 a month as my employment expenses, or it could be weekly or 3 monthly or 6 monthly or so. And you click your green tick button. And so as you can see that this now going to be a yearly forecast of $120,000. If the amounts are variable, you just tick the variable checkbox, and then you will be able to enter individual amounts. For example, if in December you expect to pay high wages, you put different amount there. Click save. So now you can see at the bottom of each form you will have the yearly forecast for your expenses, and you will have yearly forecast for your income, and that will help you to see profit and loss in the middle here of the form. For now, this concludes the part 1 of the tutorials how to set up your new eBankBooks account. You might like to look at the other parts where we will look at sales, purchases and money menus and information you need to enter there.